Hello there, Sam Fisher. Right, well, it's the day after the election and things have gone pretty much as expected. Labour have got in with a massive majority. Reform have got a few seats, got 13. Surprising thing is the Tories have about 100 odd seats, so naturally they're the official opposition. For most of the day, this picture has been going around on social media. And it's trying to portray the disparity between the percentages that the standard parties have got, or establishment parties, of the vote, the percentage of the vote that they got, and the amount of seats that they've got. Now, on face value, yes, it looks bad, because you get people like the Lib Dems, they've got 11% of the vote, 10 seats. Whereas Reform got significantly higher, but only 13. The Tories got 20 odd percent, 30%, something like that, and got 100 odd. So people are trying to say that Reform have been stitched up. Look at how many votes they got, and they got barely any seats. It's supposed to be the government's fault. Dig a little deeper though, and a sad reality comes into view. Now, don't get me wrong, I'd love this to be absolute evidence of them rigging the election. And to be fair, they probably did. Probably stuffed the ballot a bit anyway. And anyone who didn't turn up probably had the names put down on the list anyway, and a few votes thrown in where it was needed. And it's this turnout aspect that is a real issue. First of all, Reform weren't running in every constituency. They weren't. It's just simple as. They couldn't get enough candidates to run in every single constituency. It's the nature of the game, and basically the nature of the of how long they had to prepare for the election. To be quite honest, they did very well, considering the amount of time that they had. It was only a couple of months. They did really well. But because of this, people who would have voted Reform, not seeing a Reform candidate on there, just didn't turn up. Voter turnout was very low. Very low. And so because of this, and because, like I said, Reform not being in every constituency, basically what that meant was that in an area where virtually nobody turned up, the Lib Dems could win off just getting five votes, which barely scratches the surface of the percentage of the population, and voting population, or the votes that were cast. This is why you see the Lib Dems with such a low percentage of the voter share getting so many seats. Because in the constituencies where they won those seats, the voter turnout was minuscule. This is what you get when you don't participate. because you don't participate, they pull shit like this. They only got 5 votes. That's basically the word from the people, even though it's only 5 words. Go fuck yourselves, twat. Biscuits. That's one word, twat biscuit. Twat biscuit bollocks, yeah. Go fuck yourselves, twat biscuit bollocks. Even though those words could have been them, no one came out and said them. What it doesn't show on there is the amount of spoiled votes there were, and there were quite a few. That was quite heartening. And it's this aspect that I keep pushing. What's happened yesterday is the reason why I've been pushing I do not consent on your ballot so much. Because like it or not, believe it or not, doing that is the only way to go. If we want to affect change, we need to pull our consent, and we need to get it on record that we're pulling our consent. The only way you can do that is to write it on your ballot. Because then, stuff like yesterday, where Lib Dems were getting through with 5 votes, I don't know how many there were, but there weren't very many. Same with Labour, same with Tory. It's the same across the board. I think it was only Reform where they got a decent turnout, where they had, in the areas where they had them. So, this means that from now, we need to get the word out. No more not turning up, because that's not going to work. We need to pull the system down, like I said yesterday, from the inside, using their rules against them. I do not consent is the way you do that. Now, I don't think we're going to have long until the next election, to be fair. Like I said, if we get a Starmer government in, depending on who's in opposition, will depend on how quickly the country deteriorates and people come out in force demanding that they be removed. I said they'd be like the Lib Dems, only 6 months in, but realistically, 12 to 18 months. And I think people will have had enough by then. And that's when we pull this. It's time we got out of the system, folks. And hopefully that clears up what's going on in that picture. Anyway, like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. I'll see you later.